Hello, my name is Miss Mulkey, and this is an introduction to me and my channel. My goal with this channel is to provide information on restorative practices and specifically their use in schools, but also how you can adopt these practices at home with your own families. And they don't just work with kids. My experience with restorative practices. Well, it really started with restorative justice. After graduating high school, I went to Michigan State University to major in criminal justice. I thought I wanted to be a police officer and work my way up to detective, but boy was I wrong. Through my classes in criminal justice, I came across a very interesting class. It was on restorative justice. Now, I had never heard that term before, and I had no idea what it meant, but the class caught my eye because it was set up differently. It was an inside-out class. This means that myself and a group of other MSU students would be bussed out to a correctional facility and have class inside of a prison with a group of inmates. I had to apply and be accepted into the class. It was a 4-hour block of time weekly that I had to set aside, plus additional homework. I cannot explain to you how amazing and overwhelming that class was. That class provided a look at the criminal justice system like I had never seen before. Instead of reading about experiences and procedures in books, I was able to talk to someone who went through it, and we all learned about what restorative justice was. Well, I fell in love with the concept and started running with it. That class changed the trajectory of my life. I started to think about what I wanted to do as a career. By the time I took this class, I had already figured out that I did not want to be a police officer, but was still lost as to what I would do now with a criminal justice degree. After the Inside Out class, I had an idea. I wonder if there was a way for me to work with at-risk youth or the juvenile court system and integrate restorative justice. We talked about how many restorative practices are preventative instead of reactive, so the earlier I could reach people, the better, right? And I had always loved working with kids. I had been working and volunteering in leadership roles with kids since I was 12. I know, still a kid myself. I don't know why they trusted me. In fact, I was even working at a daycare to help pay my way through school. My parents always said I should have been a teacher. Anyway, after I had the idea of working with at-risk youth, I approached my RJ professor about doing an independent study. I wanted some hands-on experience to see if this was really what I wanted to do. I ended up partnering with a day reporting center and setting up a program that was focused on circles and restorative concepts. It was a 7-week course where I met with a group of individuals ranging from teens to people in their 60s, all different ethnicities and genders, and all different charges who were on probation or parole. I would lead a circle each week where we discussed topics such as community, support, responsibility, and forgiveness. This opportunity gave me experience in setting up circles and restorative curriculum while also learning how to collect data and write my own research paper. I had so much fun with that project. I knew I had found what I wanted to do. Fast forward to graduation. I actually graduated with a degree in business management as well as criminal justice because I wanted to start my own nonprofit for at-risk youth. On to my current position. I was able to find a job with an intermediate school district that was doing restorative practices with students and teachers. My title is now School Climate and Restorative Practices Specialist, and I have been in this position for a year and a half. Every day I guide and encourage teachers on bringing restorative practices into their classrooms and provide restorative support for the students. There's a lot of conflict resolution in the day-to-day work, but also a lot of skill building. With these videos on my channel, I am by no means claiming to be an expert in the field. I know there are people out there who have dedicated their lives to bringing more restorative approaches into the criminal justice system in schools, and they know way more than me. I hope and plan to continue learning more. Right now I am certified through the International Institute of Restorative Practices in conferencing and circles. I plan to go back to get a master's degree in some field of restorative practices. Right now though, I want to share what I've learned through my experiences and hopefully bring more awareness and understanding to what restorative anything means. I hope that you have enjoyed getting to know me a little bit through this video. If you have any questions on restorative practices, let me know in the comments below so that I can address them in a future video. Thank you for your time.